Alright, let's make a new game. Alpha 14 Survival. This is my third attempt because I kept dying a lot. So, day length and daylight are on for a little longer to line up with more modern settings. And that's all I changed from default. Alright, so we spawn in and I start doing the beginning quest. Although it is a little different. It's a lot similar to today's, but just more stuff you have to do. You have to get more resources. You have to craft the entire outfit, which takes like 35 grass, while nowadays it takes like 10. So it's a little bit harder, but I think it reflects more on what the game is at this point, and the game is harder simply because it's more rough around the edges. Compared to modern stuff, you'll see in a little bit the combat, which was not fun. Alright, so here we go. I'm at the working stiff. Let me tell you, I tried for like 30 minutes in real life just to kill them. It took me forever, and I died. I died not once, but twice. It's like, you have to be so far away, but you can also be so close to hit them. So, I start breaking open crates, scrapping some tools I don't ever use. And here I get the iron axe, which is actually kind of worse than the stone axe because can't repair it. It's really low quality and it's really bad. So here I get a metal door, which I actually do use, which I think in the next or before series or whichever one I did, I always scrap it. But in this one I actually do keep it. And look, another metal door. So here, I get the sledgehammer and a stone shovel in the same crate, which would not happen in the modern game because everything is different. I love the modern game so much compared to this. Oh my god. So I finish breaking open all these crates, and I get the steel pickaxe. This thing's insane. And I use it to break open that wall locker, and I get the spiked club schematic, which is really good. So, I make my way over to Dyersville, and if you couldn't tell, this is Nava's game. So, I almost immediately die. Like, look at this. These dogs actually insane. Like, look at that. Look at that. And I'm about to die. Look, I'm dead. I'm dead. I'm dead. I'm dead. This sucks. Every time you go out of the house, a dog is just there to kill you. Alright, so I run back, get my stuff, and it's just crazy because how the zombies work, they just keep spawning and they just attack you, and the combat isn't good either. I mean, look at this. I don't do this in the modern game because the modern game is a lot different. I was actually scared doing this. So after I deal with that little mini horde there, I start running around looking at stuff. And I don't get Nava's game at all. You have a neighborhood and immediately a hospital. Don't get it. So I decide to stay in this house for the rest of the game. So it has 2 floors and an attic, or the roof part. And you need the stairs go up to the 2nd floor, which are pretty defendable. And then ladder goes up to the attic, or roof. So remember that door? I actually did use it. And so I start building some chests, and I start placing all my stuff. It was actually a pretty cozy room, apart from the AC unit, which I destroyed. So, start placing down hatches, start, like, little basic defenses. Nothing really too fancy. And if it was fancy, it wouldn't be me, because I'm not a fancy builder. So I don't know what possessed me to change the door in the middle of the night, but I did. Here's what I was talking about. These stairs, great place to defend from. So I start breaking down the windows, and then so it's day 2, and I'm already out, already going through houses. I find this great sports bag. These are like the best places to loot in a super weird. So I break open this safe here, get a bunch of shotgun parts. Now I open this one, find rifle parts, and I have so many. It's just crazy. And of course a dog appears, and then I die from a dog because I bled out. Because bandaging the health and the dogs are weird in this alpha. I die a lot. And so to get the forge, you have to get leather. Why were there pigs in Alpha 14? Who thought that? And so I go back to looting. Look at this! This is insane! And the dog. Who would have thought? And I die. Who would have thought? Oh, hey, look. It's another dog. And I died. Who would have thought? Who would? I begin fortifying up the house a little. I start breaking all the windows. So I go out looking for more leather for a forge. And I get killed by a dog again. I don't know how. They just suck. It's a dog. And I'm gonna die. And I don't have bandages. Whoop-de-doo! Who would have thought? It sucks! So I start breaking through the safes again. And look at that. Almost maxed out hunting rifle receiver. I crafted a forge. And I made a ladder going up to the roof. So, morning of day 4, I want to start mining. This is a terrible idea. So I just go to the bathroom and I start digging a hole. Now there's a bear in my front door, which is not good. It's not good. It took like 1,000,001 years to actually kill. So I go out adventuring again because I want to get mechanical parts to craft something I forget. I run home. There's a little mini horde and they almost break the door. These zombies are insane. Like, look at that. Look at that. So I do a little more exploring and I end up in the burnt forest area. And I find a tiny little cabin. So I had a little difficult of a night because I decided to go out during day 5 and I went to the farm. I went to the barn and there were 50 million dogs and a bunch of zombies. I hate how the zombies work in this alpha. It's such a nightmare. Like I pooped my pants during this. And like, look at him. Look at him. How is this even possible? He hit me from down there. Like, look, how does that kill a man? How? And I just crafted a hammer over the night, and I started using it. And I did start to craft a lot better tools, like this barbed club from the first day I found, this axe, new pickaxe, shovel, everything. I have all my good tools. And see, look, this is what my horde defense is gonna be like. So it's day 6. I decided to run out in the middle of the night to have a little fun, because sitting around for like 30 minutes of your life is pretty boring. Let me tell you, terrible, terrible idea. And I was mining some stone and a dog appeared. And then what is happening to my mind? I remember looking at this and saying exactly what I just said. It was actually really weird. It's funny too. So, I go out looking for more natural resources. I start digging up these clay deposits, which I actually think they did pretty well. Like, the deposits and all the rocks. Actually, I like the... Let me tell you, terrible idea. This thing, bullet sponge. Bullet sponge of a bear. Hate them. Hate them. I was also exploring at the time, so it was like, come on, let me go. So, I find another town. But here's the thing, they're all like the rich people homes, so they don't have like any of the run in, run out, break open a locker, break open a safe. and I don't know why they spawned up on the roof. Very confuzzling. So they don't really have like the locker you want to run into in the basement. So that night, actually, I started crafting some cobblestone blocks, and just to fortify, let me tell you, it was too much. Like, my base, this is probably one of my best bases I've ever built. So I actually have 3 forges going, 3 fires going, and no workbench. I crafted the workbench like yesterday. I just completely forgot about it. But that's what let me craft all the new tools, actually. So I don't actually use it that much. It's pretty useless at this point because so, morning of day 7, I'm like, you know what, let's have a little fun. Run over to the hospital. Basically, attract one of the biggest hordes I've ever seen. Apart from that one time in Alpha 19. That was actually the biggest horde. Yeah. Doesn't matter. So, I tower up to the top thinking, oh yeah, there's probably going to be a loot stash up here. There's Jack in old POIs. There's, like, nothing. Like, actually nothing. It's like, POIs are like crap at this point. Like, you're better off just surviving in the woods. Which isn't a joke. You should probably just survive in the woods and just run out and forget. Anyway, that's about it. Like, I'm gonna jump down eventually. Or I'm just gonna start building defenses. Just to look at the amount of zombies. I know it's nothing compared to a Horde Night, but oh my god, it was just scary. I start building some spikes around the base, try and make it as defendable as possible. So I actually do make a ledge. This is probably the best thing I built so far, so I could actually see where the zombies were. The ledge, best idea. And it's almost right before Horde Night. So